investments across stocks, bonds, and other investment instruments, giving you the potential to make your money work smarter for you. With three unique investment options, it suits every investor's preferences, and you can start with just $200. Take control of your financial journey with the BOSL Global Investment Fund. Call us at 758-724-6838 or visit our website at boslglobalinvestmentfund.com to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. BOSL Global Investment Fund. Your money, your future, our expertise.
Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Youth Unplugged, brought to you by the Bank of St. Lucia. That's all the bank that you need today. I'm joined with Mr. Phil Henderson. Phil, of course, he has somebody there with him, eh? In a sense, we got to give you a little shout out as well. Marley, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I feel like you're in the background and I go talk to you. I go talk to you. It's the three of us here today. Okay, so Phil, welcome to Youth Unplugged.
Thank you for having me.
This is the first time in a while I can say, boy, I did with my good friend, like my partner. You know, so somebody gave me a recommendation. I do it today. But this guy here is brilliant. I'll start by saying that brilliant. So we got to see a little bit about that brilliance. Big up Anthony. Yes, and giving me this recommendation this afternoon. So Phil, with that, here's my first question. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you to RCI and thank you to Bankers in Lucia. All the bank you need. I have one or two people from Bankers in Lucia listening as well. So, shout out to you guys for making this. We appreciate it. For making this happen for the young entrepreneurs. Also, shout out to Dr. Felicia Anthony Felicia for this recommendation. Today, I wear so many hats, man.
But today, you have none, eh? Yes,
today, I just wear in the hair.
Right,
just the hair today.
Right.
For now, while I still have it. But yeah, so I'm a marketing professional. I've been in the marketing industry for about 10 years. I own a digital marketing agency called P1 Marketing. We're located on Bridge Street, Castries. And our job is to help clients who don't have the time, resources, and knowledge with their online services, their online visibility, their online presence. So that kind of translates into digital marketing platforms that we manage and create content for them, such as, website development, website maintenance, email marketing, social media marketing.
Big thing,
It's needed. It's needed.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and content creation for those channels. Of course, we manage the platforms for the client. And we create a strategy to manage. We create a strategy based on their organizational goals to market to reach that.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions to ask.
I'm all ears, man.
Yeah, I have about 4 or 5. But let's start here.
Ready for 50.
Why the name P1?
All right, that's an interesting question. I was going through a bit of before I started the company, I was going through a bit of a dark time personally. Now, my mom is an English teacher. And I like words. I love words. I love English. I love literature. I love words.
Okay.
I like the manipulation of words to make it suit my agenda, right? And so I had just started learning about affirmations, right? And so every morning I would wake up and I would just try to find like affirmations like I really feeling. And because I like letters, I like words that start with the letter P. So I was just saying...
I feel because of your name,
Maybe, perhaps.
Phil and P.
And so like every affirmation that would come to me would start with the letter P. So it's like, I'd wake up and say, I am a powerful one. I am a persistent one. I am present. I am purposeful. I am peaceful. I am powerful. And I would just go on and on and on and on. And then I was trying to think of, what would I name my company? I was like, this is my first one. I'm going to make it very personal and intimate to me. So let's call it P1. So every time you say P in your head, just think of a positive word that starts with the letter P. So positive one, powerful one, present one, purposeful, peaceful.
Just and of course, like Phil.
Well, I mean...
Nah, watch me. when I saw P1 and I saw the name Phil, I was like, all right, so it's probably Phil 1 or
Phil 1
marketing.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Actually, not even.
You see that, eh? Is that what,
yeah.
That's a fantastic thing. You understand the way you went about doing it?
Because name's important.
Very.
Branding is important.
Very.
And what you say is important.
Now, as a marketing professional, you could tell me all about that.
So I just wanted to leave like a positive impact without, trying to play on the word, on the letters P. But I just wanted that every time my business name is said, it resonates with something positive. It gives you a vibration of something positive and purposeful. That's really what we stand for.
Well, speaking about purposeful, I mean, as a young, I'm not too sure your age now, but
I still young. I
Yeah,
still
you're still young,
I still fall under youth.
You fall under youth,
I
right?
fall under youth.
But probably you starting off, you probably just left school. Was it always marketing for you? Probably when you're in school, did you do marketing?
Not one bit.
That whole-
Nah, man, I didn't touch a market. I don't think you could have done marketing at the level
And you
I
do
was
business,
at the beginning.
You probably do.
I didn't do one business subject either.
Well, you see, you give me stumble now. I like to eat my words. But really,
Yeah, I was more of a I did sciences in secondary school.
that's it, my brother.
And then like IT and visual arts. So that was like, cause I'm a creative person. So that's kind of where my interests were lying. And then IT was my pursuit. I always wanted to do IT because that's like my baby, being at computers and so forth. And I got this opportunity to build a website for an organization that I just loved what they were doing, honestly. Shout out to the St. Lucia Credit Union League and the team there. But, I met with the team and I just liked what they were doing. And somehow through the universe working in my favor, an opportunity came across for me to build a website. Right. I like computers. And the thing with IT is, when you're in IT, any IT professional will tell you that. Somebody who's not in IT will think that as long as it have a screen, you're responsible. As long as there's a screen involved, you can fix
just
it.
hardware. You something that your fault.
That had nothing to do with me. But,
Right.
I like the challenge. So I went, I researched, I read, and I just got into it. And then one website turned into two websites turned into 10. And then now I have to start creating content for the websites and start learning other things that deal with websites. So that kind of pushed me in email marketing and social media. And it just kind of took off from there, really and truly. And I realized, you know what? I have to follow what I feel. I have to follow my passion. Another word of P.
Now you see, Brandy P is your favorite. Your favorite letter.
Favorite letter
Okay.
for all words.
Now you see,
all
you're
words
making
good.
me think now. What is my favorite letter? Mali, you have a favorite letter?
Probably have to be M, but
You see?
M.
You see?
yeah,
You see?
probably M. If I had to pick my second favorite letter, it would be R, because the word Rey, that's Spanish for king. So that would probably be my second favorite letter.
They have nothing starting with K.
Of course, king.
Kind.
Kind,
Yeah.
Kind, king.
The K words.
I almost said careful.
I almost say cool. Okay, so P1 marketing, you found that probably that's the best thing for you to do at the time. Of
Yeah.
course, you stray away from IT, but I know you probably still do a little something in IT because obviously content creation. We have a camera here, right, with a lens. There's a mirrorless camera. I happen to know that's a Sony Alpha something,
Yeah, man.
right?
A7R3.
You see that? That's IT. You understand? The fellas are the two latest iPhones out, and they have a notch at the top moving. So
By the way, you can't work at P1 marketing
Unless
unless
you
without
have
an
an
iPhone.
iPhone, yeah.
You see that now I'm talking about you. I like P1 marketing already. And I must call you to do something for Quick Media. But I'm serious. It's amazing, right? To see how you could start in one area and of course go full circle. I mean, we speak about it all the time. That's what the show is all about, highlighting that it's not always about where you start, but sometimes you could take a left, you could take a right. That's the journey. You were
as
supposed
long
to
as the
take.
direction is forward,
Yeah, man,
as
yeah.
long as it's forward,
Yeah,
could
going
be
back.
forward, left, forward, right, but forward ever, backward never.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I agree that 100%. Okay, so you said some of the services that you offer at P1 is, of course, social media marketing, of course, digital literacy. You also mentioned content creation, etc. So I would guess that you have a large team.
Well, actually, of course, it started by myself. For the majority of the time, it was me, myself, and I. And I would, outsource on different projects when I could have afforded to. When you can't afford to suck
Yeah,
it up
you had
and
to
do it yourself.
yeah.
And because I have such a wide skill set, I was able to put that into one package offering. And then recently, we've been able to, through a lot of, sacrifices and putting structure and discipline together and holding back from, things that you could have splurged on, put it back into the business. I've been able to create an amazing team. And I say this every day and I don't tell them it enough, but I have an amazing team that I work with. One of them is here with me. Shout out to our social media manager, Kiki Okiana, and our other content creator, Brandon, and our financial manager, Casey, who I know definitely listening and support me and support this vision and support this dream and this direction.
Okay. Sometimes I think it's a bit hard to stay relevant. And even if you're young, right? Every day, like, things are advancing a little bit, a little bit. The other day, a student came up to me and was telling me about this new website where you could get information on almost everything. I'm like, what are you talking about? Right? A lecturer older than me told me about a website that I could use for exams and all these different, again, I'm supposed to be young. You say when you're young, you're relevant. But how do you keep yourself in the know? You know, okay, you're speaking about social media and all that sort of thing. I don't have a TikTok account, you know. I don't. I'm telling you, I don't know how to make a TikTok. I've never made one. I don't know how to make a reel on Instagram. Nothing like that. I'm 25 years old, right? I don't know how to do any of those things. You, Phil, how do you keep how you keep yourself in the know?
I think for me, you have to step back from being a consumer of things and put yourself in the mindset of being a producer. So you see what is being consumed in large quantities, whether that be on a phone, whether that be in a plate, whether that be at an event, and you try to strategize, okay, I could not just consume this thing and it has almost little of no value to me, but I could create a version of this thing, that be in music, that be in pictures, that be in art, that be in reels, whatever, in a way that it can be of value to somebody. So for me, it's just about creating value and being of service. Staying relevant just kind of happens naturally for us because we see what's happening. We deal with so many different people. We're blessed to have clients in every single industry, from insurance to retail to education to food and beverage to ice cream to
quite versatile in
there's no industry we haven't worked in yet.
Okay, well that's fantastic.
And Molly as a creator, I remember Molly's first day of work. Molly had to go do a photo shoot for one of our clients who sells ice cream. So this man had the best first day of work.
You get to eat some of the ice cream, and of course you had to shoot that, make sure they don't melt too much. It's a lot of work, you know. That's a nice job.
But you had to shoot fast because naturally the light's hot.
Yeah. And everything disappear in one time.
Yes.
All right. You mentioned being of service. Of course, let's take, for example, I take my company, relatively new, probably about 3 or 4 years in the business. How do you boost a company's visibility, or what's a marketing plan for a company? I mean, I don't want you to just put your secrets out there. But if we looking to give you some business, So, okay, how do you boost someone's visibility, for example?
Well, let me just say, apart from when I'm being paid for it, knowledge should be free.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
Well, it really depends on the industry. So, like, when we have to improve clients' visibility, we look at which industry that you are from, who are your audience. We ask you questions like, what is the product or service that you have that has the highest profit margin? What products can you afford to sell, or what services can you afford to boost? One of the things a lot of people don't consider when marketing is, if your business or your organization does not have the foundation to support the extra sales, you're actually hurting your business rather than improving it. So we ask you all these questions. There's an onboarding process to figure out, what works for you. We try to study what would be your likely demographic if we don't have access to your analytics. Let's say you're a completely new company.
One of the problems we have is data. A lot of people don't record. And of course, in small businesses, that's always an issue. Bookkeeping and again, digital literacy.
Yeah, and we're all about database decisions. So once we're able to, put that data together, ask some questions, see what's happening, then we can come up with a strategy that would be custom to you, your needs, and be inclined to increase your visibility. So if we say, because of your audience, maybe you have a younger demographic, TikTok is a good place to put your stuff. If you have maybe an older demographic who are more serious about following information, you go on Facebook. Or if you want, Facebook has the best targeting tools, so you could specify if I want to run an ad and it only reaches people with iPhones, I could do that on Facebook, but I can't do that on Instagram. So you have to know what platform works well, and if you have a website, what purpose does this website serve? Is it for e-commerce? Is it just to inform? Is it just to maybe facilitate some arm of your business in a customer service way. So, just identifying, knowing what the platforms are available, what tools are available, and their best uses, find out what the client can afford to do, is looking to do, marry that information, create the content for it, and we try to have a blast from there.
Okay. In marketing, I think one of the hardest things is sometimes trying to measure, is that campaign really working? That campaign making sense? You start to probably second guess yourself or even question your methodology and whatever. Was that the best approach? So how do you measure success in a role? Or probably how do you measure success for a given project?
So I'll say something. I also teach digital marketing at the Youth Economy Agency part-time. The UE, we just finished a digital marketing class there, and occasionally hoping to do more of it, but at Monroe College I did one stint there this semester, looking to do another one if all goes well.
Well, congratulations.
I try to.
Right. Anytime somebody tell me they teach it, I tell you congratulations, because it's not easy. It's not easy.
It's really not. It's not, but the people are passionate too, or they want to be. So it's nice to teach people who like what they want to learn.
As long as the people are willing to learn, that's one of the best times you really want to teach. If it's not, then you come into a class, you're around 20, 30 people there
who don't want to be there, and then that's a little bit difficult. So I'm blessed in that way. But to finish answering your question, basically I teach that there are 5 objectives in marketing. Not every objective is to sell. You could think of it, if you're a politician, you could create a marketing campaign for a politician, but your goal is not sales.
No.
But you're looking for what?
You're probably trying to
one word. What are you looking for if you're a politician? What do you want every 5 years? Votes, right? So you want
to attract somebody.
You want to attract votes. You're not selling anything for money, but you want votes. So you could run a campaign based on trying to get votes. So then you decide what your goal is, and then you work backwards from there. So some objectives of a marketing campaign would be, you want to sell, which is of course for money. You want to increase service. So let's say Bank of St. Lucia, for example, can run a marketing campaign where they want to notify everybody that ATM charges are free. I'm not saying that it is, I'm just using that as an example.
Yes, guys, we're not saying that.
We're not saying that
all.
This is what it is, just an example, right? But they could run a campaign for that. That's just to, increase the service of that they offer. You could focus on sizzling, which is just looking for visibility, right? You just want to increase your visibility, your awareness, and so on and so forth. You could run a campaign to save. So it really depends on what the customer or what the client's goal is. We create the goal, or we work together to find out what the goal is, and then kind of work backwards from there.
I think that's a good way to measure.
That's a good
I think it's
Once you know, did you see this thing about Snoop Dogg when Snoop Dogg said he's going to quit smoking?
Yeah, I saw that.
Right. So the guy. All right. So he did this ad. Snoop Dogg did this ad where he said he's going to quit smoking. Right. And everybody knows Snoop Dogg is known for.
Yeah. If you say that, it's right? Like, what really going on?
Yeah. Exactly. That's like saying Wasco to have water. But anyway, apart from that, you're going to have Snoop Dogg's going to come out and make a statement like, I'm going to quit smoking. The internet went wild. It went viral. And a few days later, he's announcing that he's not quitting smoking, but he's advertising a smokeless fire pit, right? That's what he's advertising, a smokeless fire pit, playing on the words, I quit smoking, or I don't do smoke anymore.
Yeah, he's still smoking, but
still,
it's smoke,
right.
It's not.
So, of course, the brand that he was marketing for got a lot of visibility, but guess what? The CEO got fired. Why did the CEO get fired after having such a viral campaign? From my understanding, from my way of looking at it, they had the wrong goal. The CEO was fired because in their mind, the goal was to increase sales, not increase visibility. Snoop Dogg increased visibility,
but not
sales. So the goal was wrong from the beginning. Doesn't mean that it was ineffective. It just means that you need to know what is your goal and then measure that. Because like my marketing professor said and taught me once, you cannot manage what you don't measure. And so we ensure that we measure all along the way. You see everything that you do on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on OnlyFans, whatever platform that you're using. there's analytics.
Yes.
The analytics, like every second you spend on a page
It tells-
is recorded,
Of course,
and then it gives you more of that in
Exactly.
real time.
And we've been getting more and more opportunity to measure. It could be from screen time on your phone. Was that
Yes.
iOS?
Yeah.
13, 12, whichever one it came about. Analytic. Oh, I spent 43% of my battery
Yes.
health on
Yeah.
WhatsApp. That's
Yeah.
crazy. If I see I spend 40% of my data for the month on Instagram, I'm like, hey, what I
Yes.
really done on Instagram?
Yeah.
You know, I'd be on Instagram just scrolling the entire day.
And I was looking at Marley is an amazing creator, and just a few weeks ago he did a reel for one of our clients, and we've been looking at the insights to see like
Right.
how it's performing. So it's not just likes, you know.
How many people have
how many
been
people
seeing-
are seeing
Yeah.
this? How many people are taking action based on this particular thing?
Now,
and so we kind of been
some people will
you
not
know, dicing
understand that
up.
because if you don't have a business account on any of those platforms, you can't really see the
Yeah, you
analytics.
really
Now,
won't.
again, I have a business account, meta verification, etc. So again, I could see. You understand? Not
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
can see.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you post a story and somebody shares it, right? Something again. I have a media page, but for some reason, whenever I post food, right, a lot of people tap the
The
thing that
save.
the save or the thing that
Or
you
the share.
right.
Right.
You understand? So it's very funny.
So that's teaching you that
Right.
your audience, for
Loves
whatever
food.
reason,
Yeah.
loves food.
Yeah.
I should
and,
probably open a business of selling food.
and the platform, every platform, every website, email, data list tells you what your audience likes. You just have to pay attention to it. You could see what time they're online. You could see if it's majority men, women, are they from Castries, Dennery?
Exactly. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
And that's how powerful the social media tools
Yeah.
Ah.
So we use that
Right.
information to, you know, give back to the audience what they would like to see. You know, if you're interested in purchasing lip gloss, then, you know, we understand, we look for the people that, okay, so rather than trying to market to everybody, who's interested in lip gloss, just market to them.
It's girls. I find fellas go look for
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
but that one was kind of simple. but
Yeah. No, I just give you an answer. You understand? So for that, you could probably hire me. Okay, we just spoke about measuring, right, and analytics. What is the best way you think you could ensure a new campaign here in St. Lucia, specifically in St. Lucia, gains traction with the public? Now, I mean, I can say that again. What's the best way to ensure a new campaign gains traction with the public? Now, that question will help a lot of businesses. I tell you, it's
Free
it's
advice, guys.
free advice.
Free advice.
You can go to P1 if you want the answer
You
again.
could call me 730-1140 where we could discuss it at my regular consultation rate. But
You understand?
for now,
But I get watch me.
for RCI, it's
you
free.
giving me that for free.
For RCI
right?
and Bank of St. Lucia, it's
That's free. So okay, if the bank have a new campaign, you probably call it. I mean, you have a new campaign, you want to roll that out. What is it better? And I'll be honest with you, a lot of the time people roll out something new and you say, but what? I want to go there.
Mhm.
You understand? You want to go there. There's a certain company here, and every time you see they put something out, I look at it and I say, hey, yes, I have to go there.
I wonder if we manage it. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I wonder. You understand? But that company, again, the marketing team there is on another level. I think so. I like to say that. That's my bank. That's my bank. I want to go there. That's my bank. That's the market solution. You understand? Especially around Queen Show. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't touch Bank of St. Lucia, you know. I'm not just saying that guy is a show, you know. Everything. Now I want to go and see what's going on there.
I mean,
And I go there.
Bank
to
of
see
St.
it.
Lucia been
And I
treating me
ask,
well.
and,
so.
I ask the question. I ask the important question. Hey, y'all have 5% on mortgage?
No.
Hey, y'all have take out vehicles? Let me go there. You understand? Because they're using me as a marketing tool as well. Because every week
Yeah,
we talk
yeah.
about it. You
Yes.
understand? You're a young person. You're trying to get access to something. You're trying to get investment portfolio. You go there. You understand? So marketing is important, and they're doing a great job with that. You understand?
They do.
I
They
need
do.
to see what's going on there.
They do.
You
Yeah, they
understand?
really do.
The Christmas just passed, they're giving $100, $30 spin the wheel. Match that, but double consumer walking. They came out of the ATM and they spin the wheel. Just like, I want $20. I bought ice cream. with it. But again, they gave something back, you understand? And they've been running those campaigns, and again, fantastic job. But I'm coming back to my question. How do you ensure, right, that it can resonate with the public? I mean, talk to me about how you gain some sort of traction.
Firstly, I'll definitely say nothing is guaranteed, right? Absolutely nothing is guaranteed, but you can significantly increase the probability of your campaign or your media being reached and received and reciprocated in the way that you want it to be. I think the absolute first step, Lord, this is overlooked a lot, is research. even if you said you are marketing to St. Lucia, nothing is for everyone. So if you are doing a event, or if you are doing, and even if you're doing an event, okay, what is the purpose of this event? Is it to empower? Is it to sell a product? Is it to inform? You need to research on who is your audience. What time is it happening? Is it around International Women's Day? Is it around Mother's Day? Is it around jazz or carnival? So you need to research to know what's happening socially. You need to research your audience, because a lot of wasted marketing can take place if you try to sell something to everyone. In marketing, you always try to focus on your most ideal customer first. Who's your target market? Yeah. And then you
get that demographic right.
Get the demographic right. What's the age? And one of the things that we taught, and Marley was at the class that I did at UWE helping us delve into this concept. But your target market, you document it and you make it into a real person. So you give the person a name. Say the person's name is Charmaine, right? And from there, Charmaine is between a particular age. Charmaine likes this item. She generally does this, that. What are her pain points with this particular product? And where would she go for information? Who is her source of information? Who does she trust around her? And then you multiply that, and then you work towards, serving that person. And then you'll get the results of what you want.
Well, I like that answer. Yes, and so those of you listening, that's the free consultation.
Free consultation. Yeah.
Okay, that's the free consultation here. Of course, when you start up a new business, there are challenges associated. But are there any challenges you faced over the last 10 years, significant challenges?
I don't think. Well, P1, we only just turned 5 last year.
Okay.
Right? Officially, I've been doing marketing for 10 years, but, officially, under the name P1, there's only 5. Challenges, man, I don't know of a challenge that I haven't faced.
That's the best way to put it.
I can't think of a challenge that I have not faced. Name one, I probably have gone through it.
I'll take that.
I don't know what to say.
But that screams resilience, eh? That screams resilience, and I'll tell you, up and big up yourself. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, man.
But what's next for you? What's next for P1?
Man,
and you probably want to increase the size of the company, or something.
Of course. Well, growth is inevitable. Growth is inevitable for us. I think I want us to get more interesting projects. We actually got some very amazing projects and interesting projects. One of the things that I love to do, and this kind of takes me back to how I started doing marketing 10 years ago in the first place, is that I had a project that I was very interested in, and I saw how it changed the lives of St. Lucians. That's where it started. And so I think I want us to do more impactful projects more often, so that it's not necessarily just increasing the sales of a particular business. Yeah, that's one thing. But how are you servicing a portion of the society? That's really what I want us to get more into. And I'm, again, so grateful to say that we are doing so, and I want us to continue to do more of that, because what's amazing, and Marley could speak to that too, is when you're on social media, when you're watching TV, or when you're on wherever, when you're driving by, you see our work.
Yeah, man, that's a fantastic
you see our billboard, right? I can't use my phone without seeing my work. I can't drive too far without seeing something that we did. I hear radio ads and see people using services, and it's like, yeah, we had a part to play in that, and that's making people's lives better. I'll actually show the other part of the question to Marley though. Like, what do you think has been great about what do you do, and what would you like to do more as a professional content creator?
Yeah, so I would say I go into content creation just only on just my own creativity. Apart from just doing well in school, I just always had that creative mind, and I just needed to find a medium for me to express that. I would say that my whole goal for content creation is just to create something that's eye-catching, to keep people interested in whatever I'm creating. And similar to you, is impacting lives in such a way, because one of my favorite campaigns that we've done so far it was a very simple campaign. It wasn't even it was free actually, was when we went to the international school to speak on the dangers of social media and how to actually use social media
Yeah, that
well
was nice.
and stuff like that. And just being able to just interact with the students and stuff like that, it was very impactful to me. I enjoyed doing that. Yeah.
I think one of the things that you guys are doing now, again, I think you mentioned digital literacy to the youth economy. And of course, you have so many young entrepreneurs getting themselves sorted out with grants and loans, etc. I think it's a fantastic thing because those who don't, again, know how to use the social tools, how important it is for the overall running of your business, they now have some insights into that. And as I tell you, again, I'm a young person, but I don't know how to use all of the social tools. I'm not ashamed to say that. It's simply because some of these things it doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Can you imagine my mother spends time on TikTok? My mother probably spends
Mother
more
always on
time.
Facebook.
I'm telling you, my mother, on Facebook, TikTok, where she spends some time on it in the evening. Do I have time to? Probably not. You understand? But you'd be surprised that we have people in their 40s, in the 50s,
80s,
sliding through the. So again, so that we probably say, okay, yeah, the demographic we probably looking at is something to 35. Crazy, you probably have people in their 40s sliding through TikTok every single night. So I mean, it's funny, but I think it's very important that we equipped ourselves with as much information as we can. And I want to say again, you guys are doing a fantastic job doing some of those programs with companies like the YEA and of course Monroe, etc.
Yeah.
Getting people literate is where we want to be. And we speak about literacy is not only about can we speak, right? Can you use?
Can you listen?
You understand?
It's important to listen to what your audience is saying.
Exactly. Now we're moving up to 4. You understand? So we just ran out of time. I want to say thank you so much to P1 Marketing, Phil, and of course Marley coming in today. Of course, this has been another edition of Youth Unplugged brought to you by the Bank of Solution. Let me tell you something. Go over to the Bank of Solution, Go there. Don't take a credit card. Don't take an investment fund. All right, my name is Khalid Vidal. I'll see you guys again next week for another edition of Youth Unplugged brought to you by the BOSL.
Secure your tomorrow today with BOSL Global Investment Fund, the investment opportunity that empowers your